Wrapping your small body in a big towel, Jungkook lifts you up and makes you sit on the counter. Smiling slightly, he started to wipe your hair while you were admiring his handsome face, which was looking even hotter now. There's still some water droplets on his shoulder, his bare chest, and those toned abs covered with water droplets were making him even hotter. You looked at him, eyes were focused on your hair doing his work with all dedication. Water dripped down from his hair to his nose and then lips. And you see his lips slowly turning into a shrimp. You gulp. If you keep on staring at me like this, then how am I going to focus? Is it my mistake? You said, eyes still on him. He looked at you and raised his brows. Oh, what you wanna say is that this is also my mistake. Of course, Mr. John Jungkook. It's your mistake that you are so cool and handsome that it's getting hard for me to look away. He chuckled and looked at you while biting his lower lip. Oh, I can also say the same for you. It's illegal to be this hot, my love. What are you talking about? Isn't it what you taught me, huh? You said in a little serious voice, making him laugh a little. You also smiled. He took a deep sigh and again started to dry your hair with the towel. I have been noticing you for a long time now. You are getting too pervert these days. Same for you. You whispered again and he laughed with you, slightly pinching your nose. You giggle. There's a minute silence around. You again started to admire him while he was smiling slightly, enjoying your eyes on him. Jungkook? You called his name softly, to which he just hummed, and again silent. He chuckled, thinking of it as your habit of calling him without any reason. That's what you do too often, calling him for nothing, just to feel his presence around you. But this time, you really get something to say. You are really good at everything. This is the thing you feel like saying, and you said. He looked at you and you can see a shimmick on his face, which leaves you in confusion. What do you wanna mean by everything? Even the thing I did a while ago? He said, looking in your eyes. Heat rushed to your cheeks and you turned yourself in a red tomato. Looking away, you tried to control your smile but couldn't able to. I don't know. I'll just say that you are good in everything. Now it's up to you. What you want to include and what not. He bit his lower lip and chuckled. There's a lot I still want to include, he said, placing his hand on either side of the counter, caging you in his arms. You smiled and slapped his arm. He laughed. Forward. Look, who is even saying? Oh, by the way, your mom calls me. Why are you not answering her calls? You even know how worried she is for you? And that's when your smile faded. Jungkook looked at you. Something happened again? With you too? She was also looking sad. You said something or she bring out a fight again? Nothing like this. It's just I was a little busy later. I will call her later. You know that you can't lie. Then why you even try, huh? She is sick. You even know that? I know. And if she is that sick, why can't she just agree for her checkup? You really think she can live like this all her life? You really think it's pleasant to see her getting thinner every day? Why does she even care? Even she doesn't mean it. He sighed and holds both of your hands while you slightly fix your towel around your body. Taking a deep breath, he made you look at him. Parents are like that. Not only she, but every parent. Maybe you could also become like this after becoming a responsible mother. They are selfless. What they only think about is their children and their happiness. You know, after having kids, they become your life. She is scared, but if she goes for a checkup and it turned out to be something serious, don't compare me with them. I can never become like them. You even know what it means to be a good parent, that you live healthy for a long time, to support your kids. That's what they call love. If you are sacrificing for them, then you are the most selfish person. They don't have to save money for us and endure pain. Just be happy and healthy is what we all need. Even after seeing Appa dying in so much pain, and she also chose the same path. He sighed slightly. Ah, seems like my wife is really too angry with her mother. But don't worry, we will talk to her, okay? Just talk to her. She won't listen to you. She is too stubborn. Wait, why won't she listen to me? I am her son-in-law after all, and no one have the guts to say no to me. Okay? Now smile for me. You smile slightly but suddenly sneeze, making him look at you with his raised brows. You rub your nose but then again sneeze a few more times. He chuckled. Aish, I think it's my mistake this time. I shouldn't have made you stand in the shower for so long. Look, you catch cold. You are so careless towards me, you said, slapping his arms and sneeze again, making him laugh. Okay, now wear your clothes before you get more sick. He said, giving you your clothes, kissing your forehead. He left the room for this so-called privacy which never exists. You scoffed and let out a deep sigh. You looked at the front and smiled, seeing two happy figures sitting together and laughing while remembering the old memories of their schools. Well, you are invited too, but don't know why. These days you feel left out between groups. Jungkook sitting beside his best friend Janvi. They both know each other even before you get to know Jungkook. You don't know what it is actually. In school, some said that they both are childhood friends, while others used to claim that they both used to date each other but end up in a good way when they realize that it's not going to work out, while some said you are the cause of their breakup. There were a lot of humors, but you never asked Jungkook about this, never felt like asking, because no matter what his past was, but his future and present are you only. They are meeting after so long, maybe 5 years. Janvi left for state after her graduation. Even in your wedding, she just sent wishes but never joins. She is an extrovert, a lot. Everyone used to call her bubbly. Maybe that's why lots of people back then used to like her, but you, all silent. Which you are not too. Jungkook is the only person you show your childish side. She insists to sit with Jungkook. He was a little hesitant at first, but after making sure that you are all okay with him sitting with her, he sat beside her. But as it is said, some habits never change, like him staring at you often while talking to her. You remember your old days when you three used to go on a long drive together. She always used to clinch with Jungkook, but his eyes always used to admire you. And after 5 years, it's still the same. Janvi looked at you both and scoffed. Wrapping her arm around Jungkook's shoulder, she moved a little closer. Okay, so what I was saying, John Jungkook, any romantic moment when I was not here? Or don't tell me that you are really become that old grandpa with no interest, huh? She said, nudging his shoulder. He chuckled and looked at you while you looked away while blushing. She noticed this cute interaction and smiled. Wait a minute, any good news for me? Where? You really think she is that easy to convince? The most difficult path I choose for my life, you know? She chuckled and looked at you with her raised brows while you smiled slightly. Come on, Janvi. You won't believe how I am controlling his emotions. He is not any less, but his career is more important than anything now. We had a lot of life left to plan for family, but his success matters the most. Look, she is always understanding. Dumbo, learn something from her. I know, but not everyone thinks the same, right? For me, everything is equally important. Future, present, and my love. You again blushed, not just as present, but only his words are enough to make you feel special. You looked at him while he winked, making you bite your lower lip. Well, you both are really so cool together, but still, if she leaves you, then always remember that I am just a phone call away from you. You know she didn't mean what she said, but somehow this thing really make you feel a little insecure too. You can see Jungkook also doesn't like the way she said this thing. He looked at you But you looked away. Feels a little bad, but sure enough that Jungkook will handle everything so well. Looking at you, he bit his lower lip. Don't worry, I will hold her tight if she tries to run. And first thing first, she is the love of my life. I am the luckiest man to have her in my life. And let me tell you one thing. We both are unbreakable. I can't even imagine my life without her. You smile. Always love the way he take maturity in his talks. The way he choose the words and the way he speak them, he make everything so smooth. You look at him and smile slightly while he nodded a little. This is the man written by woman. He can feel your eyes on him like always. He is enjoying your stares. The rest of the time you spend meeting eyes with Jungkook often and listening to those little memories of your past. Some you still remember, some faded on its own. Come to my office one day. I will show you my company. Don't worry, I would like to see your success. Jungkook was doing some work on the laptop. Today is really a tiring day. He looked at the clock but doesn't care to pay any attention on the time. The only thing he cared to finish is his work. Suddenly he heard a knock on the door and before he could answer the person walked inside. He looked up and smiled slightly seeing you. You look a little tired, a little sad too. It's been like this since your mom got sick. He slid the laptop aside and took off his glasses, dragging your tired body. You walked to him and sat on his lap, making him smile slightly. He grabbed you by your wrist. You finish your work? You hummed. He smiled slightly and started to caress your head. You rested your head on his chest and closed your eyes, finally getting some rest after a whole hectic day. He caresses your head to make you feel good. I work all day, you see? I know, and that's why we are going for dinner today. Just you and me, okay? And you can eat whatever you want to eat. He said, trying to put a big smile on your face. But you didn't even smile. Jungkook, mom condition is not so bad, right? Why can't you just go and meet her once if you are really worried about her? It will feel better to see her face to face. Not until she gets ready for her treatment. If she is stubborn, then I am her daughter too. He chuckled, taking his coat which was hanging on the chair he covered your body with. You shrugged more deep in his chest, making him giggle. How about you take some rest until I finish my work? You look tired. That's a great idea. You said and closed your eyes. He smiled and kisses your head, keeping the laptop in a comfortable position, started to do his work. Jungkook? He hummed. You stay silent for a while and then spoke. What if I fight someday with you, get angry at you, don't talk to you, and ask you to leave me alone? Will you really leave me? How can I live without my soul, even if it's your mistake, but I won't hesitate to say sorry. For me, you come first even before anything, and I already told you not to pay attention on what she said. You know what she is like, right? You nodded slightly. Later, I was so tensed. I got tired, not at work, but thinking that what if someday we feels like not working anymore? What if you started to hate me for talking too much? What if one day the table turns so suddenly? I have been seeing so many cases of divorce on TV. I thought, what if we become one of them? I know Janvi likes you. I sensed it on the day when we were in the cafe with her. First, I thought it was just my thinking, but it wasn't. It's her nature to cling around with everyone, but with you, it's not the same. But a different shine. She likes you, but I like you more. I know I can't make you feel so special or not that romantic, and I am so different in everything, but believe me, I love you so much, more than I ever love myself. I might sound like a possessive wife, but that's how I feel after meeting Janvi. A sudden feeling of insecurity, something irrational. Even after knowing how much you love me, negative thoughts took over my mind. I couldn't help just to think that if one day you will leave me like we are nothing. It's not a nightmare, just a real fear of mine which haunts me with my open eyes. I really try hard to control my emotion but couldn't. I feel insecure around Janvi. Not so good. I feel like she's trying to take something which belongs to me. Something that is so important for me, so precious for me, someone I can't live without. I'm not flawless, in fact, I'm full of flaws. But always remember the more imperfect I can, the more I love you. Because only you make me see the good side, not only mine but of everyone. I know I shouldn't have to doubt like this because your loyalty is something that makes us so good with each other. But Jungkook, it's something I feel after meeting her. He broke the hug and made you look at him. Your eyes were little teary that made him chuckle. Wiping your tears with his thumb, he kissed your forehead. You had full right to judge me, to doubt my loyalty. You know, too much freedom is not good. And about Janvi, having feeling for me, then I don't care. I see her as a friend and she will always be my friend because my heart is already owned by a beautiful lady. It's good to feel insecure. It's not a sign of a weak relation but a sign of a healthy love, an unbreakable bond. About your fear and insecurities, I don't care about anything. Nothing. The only thing I care for is you, your love for me. Your support. I still love you if you fight with me. During an argument, if it's not my mistake, then also I'm going to say sorry. I will be there for you even if you don't need me. Because that's how my love is for you. You are my life. I can't live without you. Janvi is just a phrase, not even near to my heart. I know her as a friend. She is someone just close, is not close enough to make space, and she should understand this too. If you are insecure with her, then no need to force yourself to meet her, okay? Promise me that you will never leave me. He cupped your face and peeked at your lips. You looked down shyly, making him smile. My every word is a promise to you, okay? Now, never tense yourself for useless thing. If you are not okay with anything, just tell me. I will solve every problem for you, okay? You nodded. Suddenly you heard the sound of a vase falling. You both looked at the direction and it was Janvi. She looked at you both with her teary eyes. You gulped and tried to get up from Jungkook's lap but he held you tightly. You looked at him and then at Janvi. She was looking at you both and then looked away. I'm sorry to disturb you both, she said and laughed. You looked at Jungkook. Jungkook, why? Why? She needs to understand. Having feelings for someone you can never get, someone who already had a special one in his heart, and life will only hurt you. You sigh and look in her direction. Ah, you see my legs are whole numb. You sleep for hours on my legs. It's even hard to walk. Yeah, don't blame me. You should have woke me up if you were not comfortable. It's your mistake, not mine. Well, you can at least treat me with dinner as a sorry. I'm not sorry for anything, but as a wife I can carry you till the restaurant, but treat will be from your side. You were trying to carry him on your back, but he was so heavy and you both end up falling. He laughed and looked at you while you slapped him on his thigh. It's your mistake. You should have told me about your weight earlier. You are just weak. Weight doesn't matter. I always carry you in my arms. What's your weight, huh? Don't you know it's illegal to ask girls about their weight? They are so sensitive about this topic. If I will tell you my real weight, then I couldn't have a proper meal. What's the connection between having a meal and telling weight? You won't understand. You are not a girl, na? You said and walked while dusting your clothes. He chuckled and followed you with a smile.